When we observe the world of relationships today, we find ourselves in a dance of energies that is ever shifting, ever changing. There is a subtle rhythm at work, guiding each heart and soul toward experiences that reflect their inner beliefs and desires. The new dating behaviors we encounter are not merely habits or trends, they are messages from the universe, signaling a call to higher self-awareness, to clearer intention, and to the art of conscious connection. Every swipe, every message, every interaction is a reflection of the thoughts and expectations we carry within us. As above, so below. As we think and believe, so do our relationships manifest. In this modern age, words and phrases take on power beyond their surface meanings. New terminology in the realm of love and companionship is not just language, it is a mirror to the collective consciousness of humanity. Each term carries a vibration, a frequency that either lifts the spirit or clouds the heart. Understanding these words, their true significance, and the energy they hold is akin to tuning into the divine frequency of harmony. When we speak with clarity, when we listen with intention, we align ourselves with the universal law that attracts love in its purest, most abundant form. It is important to recognize that dating today is less about external circumstances and more about internal alignment. The choices we make, the words we utter, the intentions we hold, all act as magnets drawing experiences that correspond to our inner world. The new behaviors emerging in relationships, from conscious communication to mindful boundaries, are not to be judged as good or bad. They are signs, lessons, and opportunities for growth. They are invitations to step into our personal power, to know ourselves deeply, and to honor the free will of others while maintaining our own integrity. Every modern interaction offers a chance to practice faith in the unseen, to affirm that the universe is always supporting our highest good. The terminology that has arisen in contemporary dating, from casual expressions to committed declarations, is more than a lexicon. It is a symbolic language of intention, revealing the desires, fears, and hopes of the human heart. When we approach these words with consciousness, we see beyond the superficial. We perceive the divine order that orchestrates every encounter, understanding that each moment is ripe with opportunity for love, growth, and expansion. There is also a gentle reminder in the new dating landscape to release resistance, to let go of rigid expectations, and to trust that the perfect timing and alignment exist for every soul-seeking connection. Behaviors, patterns, and expressions in relationships are transient, fluid, and adaptable. Yet, the principles that govern their success, the principles of harmony, truth, and loving intention, remain eternal. When we anchor ourselves in these principles, every modern trend, every new term, every emerging behavior becomes a pathway to joy, fulfillment, and authentic connection, inviting us to step gracefully into the evolving story of love. Modern dating reflects inner beliefs and intentions. The outer experiences are mirrors of the heart. When we consider the experiences of modern relationships, it becomes clear that the outer world is nothing more than a reflection of our inner beliefs. Every connection, every encounter, and every moment of intimacy is a mirror reflecting the thoughts, expectations, and energies that we carry within us. In this era of evolving dating behaviors, the first principle to understand is that nothing occurs by accident. There is a law at work, a divine law that matches the frequency of our inner world with the circumstances that appear in our lives. When a person seeks companionship, they do not merely attract another individual, they attract situations, conversations, and experiences that align with the vibration they emit through their thoughts, emotions, and intentions. It is essential to recognize that the process of dating is not merely a series of actions or choices, but a spiritual exercise in self-awareness. The modern world presents countless platforms, countless ways to meet others, yet all of these tools are only as effective as the energy brought to them. The swipes, the messages, the meetings, and the casual encounters are all reflections of the inner consciousness of the individual. If one carries doubt, fear, or unworthiness, these energies will manifest outwardly, attracting experiences that mirror uncertainty and hesitation. Conversely, when one approaches dating with clarity, self-respect, and joyful expectation, The universe responds with synchronicities that guide the heart toward experiences of harmony and resonance. Every modern interaction, whether brief or extended, carries a hidden significance. The words chosen, the tone used, and the subtle nonverbal cues act as transmitters of inner energy, signaling to the universe the readiness for connection, understanding, and intimacy. In this light, dating is not about changing another person or convincing them to meet certain standards. It is about aligning one's own consciousness with the highest vision of love and companionship. Every moment of patience, every gesture of honesty, and every expression of authentic feeling is a prayer, an affirmation, and a declaration that the individual is ready to attract the perfect circumstances to match their inner state. Modern dating also emphasizes the necessity of self-knowledge. To truly understand what is reflected in the outer world, one must look inward with courage and clarity. This requires acknowledging past patterns, recognizing limiting beliefs, and consciously releasing attachments to outcomes that do not serve the highest good. When an individual understands their own heart and mind, they naturally attract relationships that resonate with their true nature. The outer world of dating, with all its terminology, apps, rituals, and social norms, becomes a stage upon which the inner truth of the soul is expressed and mirrored. This is the key to understanding why certain behaviors repeat, why certain people appear, and why certain situations challenge the heart. It is also important to recognize the creative power of thought and intention in the realm of relationships. Thoughts are seeds, and feelings are the soil in which they grow. Every intention held about love, every belief about worthiness or desirability, creates a magnetic field that draws experiences to the individual. In the contemporary dating world, where speed and superficiality often dominate, the spiritual principle remains the same. What one holds within manifests externally. When an individual embraces positive expectations, when they affirm the presence of love in their life, they see the reflection of this expectation in the people and circumstances that come forth. The universe always responds with precision to the energetic pattern offered, matching the frequency with situations that correspond to inner beliefs. Furthermore, modern dating is a powerful teacher of discernment and alignment. The choices presented in digital and real-world contexts offer opportunities to practice intuition, awareness, and the art of selective engagement. Each encounter can be viewed not merely as a chance for companionship, but as a lesson in understanding personal preferences, boundaries, and desires. In this way, every experience, whether joyful or challenging, contributes to a deeper understanding of the self and the alignment of outer circumstances with inner truth. By observing the quality of interactions, the energy exchanged, and the resonance felt with others, an individual can learn to recognize the vibrational alignment that is essential for lasting connection and fulfillment. The modern vocabulary of dating is also significant in shaping experiences. Words carry energy, and the terminology used to describe behaviors, intentions, or feelings communicates deeper truths about the consciousness behind them. In understanding new terms and phrases, one gains insight into the collective thought patterns and expectations that influence dating behavior. This awareness allows the individual to respond consciously rather than react unconsciously, maintaining the integrity of their own energy while navigating the evolving landscape of human connection. Every choice of words, every mode of expression, becomes an instrument through which the individual projects their inner state, attracting mirrors of love, respect, and harmony. Another key aspect of the modern dating experience is the interplay between freedom and responsibility. The options available today offer a sense of abundance, yet they also test the alignment of the heart with higher principles. To navigate this abundance successfully, one must act from a place of conscious intention rather than impulsive desire. Each decision to engage, to communicate, or to withdraw carries consequences that reflect back to the individual, providing feedback on the alignment of their inner beliefs with the outer world. The modern dating scene becomes a classroom in which every encounter, every response, and every expression of feeling serves as an opportunity to refine understanding, strengthen clarity, and reinforce the principles of love and respect. In this light, the new behaviors observed in dating are not obstacles, but signposts pointing towards self-realization. They illuminate the areas where belief may need adjustment, where expectations may require refinement, and where the alignment of heart and mind can be strengthened. Every trend, every pattern, and every practice carries a hidden lesson, guiding individuals to recognize the power of their thoughts, the purity of their intentions, and the natural laws that govern attraction. By perceiving dating as a reflection of inner consciousness, one gains the ability to navigate relationships with grace, discernment, and joy, understanding that every encounter is part of a larger divine orchestration designed to teach, uplift, and bring alignment with the heart's true desires. New terminology in relationships carries vibrational meaning, shaping perception and connection. The language of love has always held a sacred significance, yet in this modern age, the words and phrases we use in dating have taken on an entirely new dimension. New terminology is emerging not merely as a reflection of social trends, but as an expression of collective consciousness, a vibrational code that carries meaning far beyond its literal definition. Every term, every phrase, and every label reflects the energies, beliefs, and intentions of the individuals who use them. In understanding these words, one begins to perceive the subtle interplay of thought, intention, and manifestation that governs relationships. Words are not empty. They are seeds sown into the fertile soil of consciousness, and the energy behind each word shapes the experiences that follow. It is essential to recognize that modern dating terminology is a mirror, revealing the collective attitudes toward connection, commitment, and intimacy. When a term is daily used, it is not merely a trend but a reflection of the shared thought patterns and emotional currents circulating in society. Each word carries a frequency, a vibration that either resonates with clarity and truth or perpetuates confusion and misalignment. Understanding this principle allows one to navigate modern dating with a conscious awareness, choosing language that aligns with personal truth, integrity, and the highest good. The moment we recognize the power of words, we begin to perceive the unseen currents that guide the interactions, choices, and connections that appear in our lives. The new behaviors in dating, expressed through this evolving terminology, are reflections of inner beliefs and unspoken desires. Terms like ghosting, breadcrumbing, or situationship are not merely descriptive, they are symbolic of the energy patterns at play. These words encapsulate behaviors that result from fear, hesitation, or lack of alignment, highlighting the importance of inner clarity. When one understands the vibrational meaning behind these terms, it becomes possible to respond with discernment rather than reaction, maintaining the integrity of one's own energy while navigating the ever-changing landscape of modern relationships. Every label offers insight, a hidden lesson, and an opportunity to refine personal intentions, expectations, and boundaries. Furthermore, the adoption of new terminology reflects a growing awareness of individuality and autonomy in relationships. Language now serves as a tool for self-expression and self-definition, allowing individuals to articulate desires, boundaries, and emotional states with greater precision. By learning to speak consciously, one shapes not only the perception of others, but also the trajectory of one's own experiences. Conscious communication attracts conscious connections. When words are chosen with clarity, alignment, and respect for one's own inner truth, they act as magnets drawing individuals who resonate with the same frequency. The terminology, therefore, is not a distraction or complication, but a bridge connecting internal understanding with external manifestation. Modern dating words also serve as a guide to discernment. When one encounters phrases that describe behaviors misaligned with personal values, they act as signals, directing attention to where clarity and alignment are needed. For example, terms that imply evasion, inconsistency, or superficiality indicate a misalignment between what is projected and what is desired. Recognizing this allows individuals to make conscious choices about who they engage with and how they engage, fostering relationships that are harmonious and mutually respectful. The words themselves carry energy that either elevates or diminishes the quality of connection, making it imperative to observe both the language we use and the energy we allow ourselves to accept. Another important dimension of modern terminology is its ability to reveal unconscious thought patterns and beliefs. The words we use often reflect the subconscious expectations we carry into relationships. If one frequently encounters terms describing avoidance, impermanence, or casualness, it may be a reflection of unacknowledged fears, doubts, or limiting beliefs about love and intimacy. By bringing conscious awareness to these patterns, one can realign thoughts, feelings, and intentions with the true desire of the heart. Words thus act as both indicators and tools, guiding individuals to cultivate a mindset of clarity, faith, and empowered intention. In addition, the terminology of contemporary dating highlights the interplay of freedom and responsibility. Words and labels serve as agreements of understanding, communicating intentions clearly while respecting personal autonomy. When used consciously, they prevent miscommunication, reduce confusion, and foster mutual respect. Every expression, every phrase, and every explanation is a conscious act of co-creation, aligning the inner vision of love with the external experience of connection. This conscious use of language reinforces the law of attraction, ensuring that relationships manifest in accordance with the highest good and the truest expression of the self. It is also worth noting that this new language is not static. It evolves as consciousness evolves. Terms emerge, fade, and transform, reflecting shifts in collective perception, emotional maturity, and spiritual understanding. Those who are attuned to this evolution recognize that the underlying principle is eternal. Words, when chosen with clarity and integrity, project the inner reality outward and attract corresponding experiences. Every conversation, every message, every label is an opportunity to affirm personal values, align with authentic desires, and manifest connections that honor the soul's purpose. Through conscious attention to the terminology and behaviors in modern dating, one gains a profound understanding of the self and the universal principles that govern attraction. Words become more than tools of communication. They become instruments of manifestation, mirrors of thought, and pathways to higher awareness. By observing, understanding, and consciously choosing language in relationships, one is empowered to shape experiences that reflect clarity, harmony, and divine timing. In this way, every new term, every behavioral pattern, and every interaction is infused with meaning, offering a roadmap for conscious living, and conscious loving. Conscious communication and mindful boundaries are essential for authentic and harmonious interactions. In the modern world of dating, conscious communication and mindful boundaries have emerged as essential pillars for authentic relationships, serving as guides that help individuals navigate the complexities of connection with grace and clarity. Every interaction is imbued with subtle energies, and the words spoken, the tone conveyed, and the intentions behind them shape the quality of the bond between individuals. Conscious communication is not merely a matter of etiquette or social skill, it is the manifestation of inner alignment and integrity. When one communicates from a place of truth, clarity, and sincerity, the universe responds with situations that reflect this energy, attracting encounters that resonate with honesty, understanding, and mutual respect. Mindful boundaries, similarly, are an expression of self-respect and the acknowledgement of personal value. In the landscape of modern dating, where the ease of digital connection can blur lines and create confusion, boundaries provide clarity and security for the heart and mind. They are not walls of separation but channels that guide energy into harmonious patterns, ensuring that interactions honor the dignity and integrity of all parties involved. When boundaries are set consciously, they communicate the depth of self-awareness, the willingness to maintain inner peace, and the commitment to attract relationships that are in alignment with the soul's highest good. These boundaries serve as invisible signposts, signaling to the universe and to others the frequency at which one operates, ensuring that only those energies that correspond with this frequency are drawn into the sphere of influence. Every behavior, choice, and word in modern dating offers a reflection of internal beliefs and unspoken intentions. Conscious communication enables the individual to express desires, expectations, and limitations with clarity, leaving little room for misunderstanding or misalignment. The act of speaking with awareness is an affirmation of personal power, a recognition that the energy behind words carries far more weight than the words themselves. In this way, communication becomes a spiritual tool, capable of shaping experiences and directing the flow of attraction according to inner alignment, rather than external circumstance. The subtleties of tone, timing, and intention are all instruments through which the vibration of the individual is projected outward, inviting resonance and mutual understanding. Mindful boundaries also cultivate a sacred sense of discernment. In the context of dating, not every opportunity, interaction, or connection is aligned with one's highest good, and it is through the conscious establishment of limits that one learns to navigate relationships with wisdom. Boundaries teach the heart to distinguish between transient interest and enduring compatibility, between superficial attraction and authentic resonance. Each boundary set, each limit acknowledged, is a declaration of self-worth and a manifestation of the law of divine order. The universe honors these declarations, arranging circumstances and encounters that align with the energy one consistently projects. Boundaries, therefore, are not restrictive, but empowering, guiding the individual toward relationships that reflect harmony, respect, and mutual understanding. Communication and boundaries work in tandem to elevate the dating experience beyond mere social interaction into the realm of conscious co-creation. Words carry intention, and boundaries define the space in which that intention manifests. When both are applied with awareness, they create a fertile environment for love, trust, and emotional safety to flourish. Every conversation, whether casual or intimate, becomes a conscious exercise in aligning external experience with inner truth. By choosing language, the T is precise, honest, and compassionate. One invites reciprocity in the form of clear, respectful, and emotionally attuned responses. The dynamic interplay between expression and protection ensures that energy is directed toward experiences that support growth, alignment, and the fulfillment of genuine desires. The modern terminology of dating further reinforces the importance of conscious communication and mindful boundaries. Terms that describe ghosting, benching, or orbiting highlight the consequences of unclear communication and the absence of established limits. Recognizing these patterns allows the individual to respond consciously rather than reactively, maintaining clarity of intention and alignment with personal truth. Language, in this sense, becomes both a map and a mirror, revealing the vibrational currents at play and providing an opportunity to adjust one's own approach to connection. The awareness of emerging terminology empowers individuals to cultivate interactions that honor their energy, respect the free will of others, and reflect the principles of integrity, honesty, and conscious choice. In addition, mindful communication nurtures trust, the cornerstone of any meaningful connection. Trust is born when words and actions align consistently, when intentions are transparent, and when boundaries are respected. Modern dating often challenges trust through fleeting encounters, digital ambiguity, and the ease of superficial connections. Yet conscious communication restores balance by providing clarity and intentionality. Through deliberate expression, individuals create a space in which trust can naturally emerge, attracting experiences that mirror the sincerity, consistency, and authenticity that reside within. Boundaries reinforce this process by protecting emotional energy and ensuring that interactions do not compromise self-respect or integrity. The practice of conscious communication and mindful boundaries also fosters self-awareness and personal growth. Each interaction becomes an opportunity to observe emotional reactions, identify underlying beliefs, and refine the alignment of inner thoughts with outer behaviors. Challenges in communication highlight areas where fear, doubt, or unresolved patterns may influence perception, providing a chance to release old limitations and cultivate a more empowered approach. Similarly, the careful establishment of boundaries reveals areas of unacknowledged needs, desires, or values, allowing the individual to act in accordance with truth rather than external expectation. Through these practices, dating becomes a mirror not only of external connection, but of internal alignment. A pathway to clarity, confidence, and the conscious manifestation of harmonious relationships. Modern dating behaviors, when guided by conscious communication and mindful boundaries, also support the principle of divine timing. Every interaction is an opportunity to practice patience, to observe the flow of energy, and to respond in alignment with inner truth rather than impulsive desire. By communicating intentionally and maintaining clear boundaries, one allows the natural unfolding of relationships according to universal law, attracting experiences that are in perfect harmony with personal vibration. This approach ensures that connections are not forced or superficial, but arise organically from mutual resonance, shared values, and authentic alignment. Through the consistent practice of these principles, individuals learn to navigate the evolving landscape of dating with grace, discernment, and empowered intention. Conscious communication and mindful boundaries serve as beacons of clarity in a world often marked by ambiguity, offering guidance that aligns the outer world with the inner truth of the heart. By speaking with integrity, listening with presence, and maintaining energetic limits, one cultivates an environment in which authentic love can flourish, relationships can deepen, and the soul can recognize its reflection in another without compromise or distortion. Letting go of rigid expectations and trusting divine timing attracts fulfilling relationships. In the evolving landscape of modern dating, the principle of letting go of rigid expectations and trusting divine timing holds a profound power for creating authentic, harmonious relationships. Many individuals approach dating with preconceived notions of how encounters should unfold, how partners should behave, or what outcomes must occur. These rigid expectations, though often subtle, create resistance in the flow of life and block the natural unfolding of connection. When the heart is burdened with predetermined ideas, it becomes difficult to recognize opportunities that exist beyond the limited scope of belief. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, seeks to orchestrate encounters that align with the deepest good of the soul, yet rigid expectations distort perception and interfere with this alignment. By releasing control and trusting the unseen, individuals open themselves to experiences that reflect the natural rhythm of divine timing, allowing love to manifest in ways that surpass imagination and expectation. The art of letting go is not a passive act. It is an active practice of faith, discernment, and inner alignment. In dating, this means understanding that the appearance, timing, and behavior of potential partners are reflections of the vibrational resonance one projects. By relinquishing attachment to outcomes, the individual affirms a belief in the infinite intelligence that governs life, recognizing that the perfect circumstances, the right person, and the appropriate timing exist and are always in motion according to universal law. This trust requires patience, for divine timing often operates in ways that defy human logic, introducing delays, coincidences, and synchronicities designed to prepare the individual for a deeper, more meaningful connection. Each moment of waiting is not emptiness but a sacred space in which growth, clarity, and alignment occur. Relying on rigid expectations often leads to frustration, disappointment, or compromise, for it forces the universe to conform to human desire rather than allowing life to unfold according to its natural order. Expectations create a mental blueprint that attracts experiences in accordance with fear, control, or impatience, rather than love, trust, and resonance. By contrast, releasing these expectations allows the energy of the heart to operate freely, magnetizing circumstances that harmonize with inner truth. Every interaction, every message, and every connection then becomes a reflection of alignment, offering opportunities to recognize resonance or dissonance without judgment. The heart, unburdened by rigid ideals, perceives the subtle signs, intuitive nudges, and synchronicities that guide toward authentic connection. Trusting divine timing also emphasizes the principle of preparation. The universe often orchestrates events, meetings, and experiences to cultivate readiness, self-awareness, and alignment before the arrival of a meaningful relationship. Timing is never random. It serves a purpose that may not be immediately apparent to the mind, but is clear to the intuitive heart. In the context of modern dating, this may mean delays, unexpected shifts, or encounters that seem inconvenient but ultimately refine understanding, clarify values, and reveal what is truly desired. Every step along the path of waiting, every interaction that tests patience, is an opportunity to strengthen faith in the unseen, to refine intention, and to deepen self-knowledge. The universe conspires to present experiences precisely when the individual is vibrationally prepared to receive them fully, consciously, and with joy. The practice of letting go also cultivates emotional freedom. Rigid expectations often bind the heart to fear, disappointment, or clinging, whereas trust in timing allows love to be experienced without dependence on external validation. The heart becomes a magnet for harmony rather than a prisoner of circumstance, and relationships emerge naturally, reflecting the inner state of balance and alignment. By relinquishing attachment to predetermined outcomes, individuals invite the natural unfolding of connection, allowing each interaction to serve as a mirror for self-awareness, a lesson in discernment, and an opportunity to align more fully with personal truth. The act of surrender, far from weakness, embodies strength, clarity, and faith in the wisdom that governs all life. Modern dating, with its rapid pace, digital platforms, and evolving behaviors, makes the practice of release and trust particularly significant. The ease of connection, abundance of choice, and immediacy of feedback can lead to anxiety, impatience, or the desire to force outcomes. By embracing trust in divine timing, individuals step away from reactionary patterns, allowing each interaction to unfold naturally and in harmony with the inner vibration of the heart. Opportunities are not lost. They are simply realigned to match the frequency of readiness, creating a seamless alignment between intention and manifestation. The energy of faith, patience, and non-attachment becomes a powerful magnet, attracting circumstances and people who are in perfect resonance with the soul's highest good. Another dimension of this principle is the recognition that timing is not linear and that synchrony oft defies conventional expectations. People may appear, disappear, or reappear in ways that challenge human understanding, yet each event is orchestrated with purpose. The universe seeks to align lessons, growth, and opportunity so that when true connection occurs, it is complete, mutual, and harmonious. By letting go of rigid expectations, one opens the heart to notice signs, patterns, and moments of synchronicity that may otherwise be overlooked. Each encounter, whether fleeting or extended, becomes part of the divine unfolding, offering insight into self-awareness, readiness, and vibrational resonance. The process of releasing expectation also strengthens self-trust and personal empowerment. When individuals trust the timing of life, they affirm their own worth, acknowledging that they are deserving of love and connection in alignment with their highest good. Rather than bending to the pressures of circumstance, social norms, or fear of scarcity, the individual maintains a centered, empowered state, capable of making choices from clarity rather than compulsion. This internal alignment radiates outward, creating a magnetic field that attracts circumstances and people in harmony with the heart's true intention. Every moment of patience, every act of surrender, and every conscious choice reinforces the principle that love manifests in accordance with divine timing, natural flow, and inner readiness, ensuring that relationships that appear are aligned with the soul's purpose, the highest good, and the eternal principle of harmonious attraction. Every behavior, pattern, and term in dating offers lessons and opportunities for personal growth. Every behavior, pattern, and term in modern dating offers profound lessons and opportunities for personal growth, serving as mirrors that reflect the inner state of the heart and mind. The experiences we attract in relationships are never random. They are precise manifestations of the beliefs, expectations, and energies we hold within. Each encounter, whether joyful or challenging, carries a subtle message designed to illuminate areas of self-awareness, highlight unacknowledged patterns, and provide an opportunity to align more fully with the highest good. When approached with consciousness, the modern dating landscape becomes a classroom, and every interaction transforms into a sacred opportunity for learning, refinement, and empowerment. Modern dating behaviors often expose underlying beliefs that may have gone unnoticed. Patterns of ghosting, fading interest, or inconsistent communication are not merely social phenomena. They are reflections of vibrational resonance, offering insight into fear, doubt, or insecurity that may reside within. By observing these patterns without judgment, one gains awareness of personal tendencies, attachments, and energetic signals that attract certain experiences. Recognizing these patterns allows for conscious adjustment of thought, intention, and emotional vibration, transforming experiences that might have once been frustrating or disheartening into powerful lessons in self-mastery and conscious creation. Every repetition of behavior in relationships provides feedback, guiding the individual to refine alignment with truth, clarity, and authenticity. Similarly, the terminology that has emerged in modern dating carries energetic significance, acting as a guide to the subtle currents of thought and intention. Words like cuffing, ghosting, orbiting, or situationship are more than descriptive. They are symbolic of collective understanding, reflecting both conscious and unconscious patterns in human interaction. Each term reveals tendencies, expectations, and emotional dynamics that are prevalent in contemporary relationships, serving as tools for reflection and awareness. By studying the language and behaviors associated with these terms, individuals gain insight into the energies they attract and project, enabling them to consciously choose interactions that resonate with their own values, desires, and inner alignment. Every experience in modern dating offers an opportunity to practice discernment and integrity. By observing behaviors, both one's own and those of others, one can identify what supports personal growth and what does not, distinguishing between experiences that are harmonious and those that reflect misalignment. This discernment is not judgmental but illuminative, providing clarity on where beliefs, expectations, or emotional patterns may need refinement. For example, repeated encounters with inconsistency may reveal the need to strengthen boundaries, improve communication, or release attachment to certain outcomes. Every lesson offers the chance to align more fully with the truth of the heart, cultivating relationships that reflect respect, resonance, and mutual understanding. Modern dating also highlights the principle of projection, reminding individuals that what is observed externally is often a reflection of the inner world. Behaviors in others frequently act as mirrors, revealing unacknowledged aspects of self, beliefs, and expectations. If one encounters dishonesty, evasion, or misalignment in interactions, it can serve as a signal to examine personal clarity, boundaries, and the energy being projected. Conversely, encounters with authenticity, kindness, and alignment reflect the harmonious vibration within the individual. By understanding the reflective nature of relationships, one can consciously adjust thoughts, emotions, and actions to attract experiences that resonate with inner truth. Every reflection is an invitation to refine consciousness, strengthen clarity, and manifest relationships that honor the soul's highest good. The opportunities for growth in modern dating extend beyond individual encounters to the development of emotional intelligence and resilience. Each challenge, misunderstanding, or misalignment provides a context in which patience, empathy, and understanding can be cultivated. Through these experiences, the heart learns to navigate differences without losing alignment, to communicate with clarity while maintaining compassion, and to release attachment to outcomes that do not serve the greater good. The modern dating landscape, with its complexity and variety, acts as a mirror for self-mastery, teaching lessons in conscious interaction, self-respect, and energetic discernment that transcend the realm of romance and apply to all human relationships. Another essential dimension of growth lies in understanding the vibrational nature of attraction. Each behavior and interaction carries energetic consequences, attracting circumstances, opportunities, and individuals that match the underlying frequency. By observing the patterns of attraction and consciously adjusting vibration through thought, intention, and emotion, one gains the ability to shape experiences with precision. This awareness empowers individuals to choose relationships, interactions, and behaviors that enhance personal growth, reinforce self-worth, and align with authentic desires. Every decision, every engagement, and every response becomes a deliberate act of co-creation, a manifestation of the inner state projected outward into the world of human connection. In addition, modern dating encourages the cultivation of self-love, self-respect, and personal responsibility. By recognizing that behaviors and patterns reflect inner beliefs, individuals are invited to take ownership of their own energy, to refine their thoughts and intentions, and to cultivate clarity about what is truly desired. This self-awareness transforms dating from a process of seeking validation or external approval into a practice of conscious alignment and empowerment. The lessons embedded in every interaction guide the individual to strengthen boundaries, communicate with integrity, and approach relationships from a place of clarity, balance, and resonance, ensuring that connections reflect the highest good of all involved. Ultimately, every behavior, pattern, and term in modern dating serves as a teacher, a mirror, and a guide. The experiences encountered are precise reflections of the vibrational state of the heart and mind, offering opportunities for conscious growth, refinement, and alignment. By approaching dating with awareness, intention, and discernment, every interaction becomes a lesson in personal empowerment, emotional intelligence, and energetic resonance. Modern dating, though complex and ever-changing, offers a sacred space in which the principles of alignment, clarity, and conscious creation can be practiced, providing a roadmap for the manifestation of authentic, harmonious, and fulfilling relationships that reflect the truth and beauty of the inner world.